Okay, so this is the video I wanted to make to just sort of go through why I'm fasting and what I think the benefits are, and what I think about it and how I got into it. So I actually started getting interested in fasting about 2017. So I started reading stuff about it before then, but I did my first fast in the summer of 2017. I'd watched a TED talk about the Master Cleanse. So the Master Cleanse is when you drink for at least, a few days, like 3 days. I think most people do it for about 5 to 7 days. I did it for 5 days. And it is a combination of just water or sugarcane juice, squeezed lemon juice, that's really important, maple syrup, and cayenne pepper. So cayenne pepper is the master herb. That's why it's called the Master Cleanse. So the cayenne pepper helps detoxify your cells and pull toxins from them. It's supposed to be really good for the body, cayenne pepper. So you basically make what they call the lemonade, which is a mixture of water, lemon juice, maple syrup, and cayenne pepper. Lemon juice helps just like cut all the stuff through your system because it's slightly acidic, and the lemon juice is good for what I understand, helping clear your blood out and just sort of go through build up in your cells and veins or whatever, and system, just like colon, belly, whatever. Just clear it out. I'm not going to claim to be a science expert or biologist on this, but it's my understanding of it at a high level. Then the cayenne pepper is important for that too, and the maple syrup is important for nutrients and energy. So this is not the Master Cleanse is not a fully restrictive fast. It's not like a water fast or like a non-eating fast. It's a cleanse really. So it's why it's called the Master Cleanse, but it's basically a fast. So you're not eating anything in that time. You're only drinking this lemonade or water or like peppermint tea. It's quite specific. You can't have coffee, for example, no caffeine. And that's a cleanse. It's basically a colon cleanse. So that's really good. I absolutely loved that. It was challenging, but I absolutely loved it. I felt amazing during it. Really high energy. I was very motivated during it. It was difficult. Again, like the first day is always the hardest because your habit is to have lunch and dinner. But that was great, and I felt really good after that. And during it, I would go on long cycles and just not want to sit still. I'd want to just do stuff and just very focused, clear mind. The main thing about the fasting that you notice is your brain works so much better. You're so much clearer. It's like there's no noise or anything in the system. It's just you and your body. It's really pure and spiritual in that sense. So that was when I got into fasting. Obviously, I'd known about fasting for years, whether it's Lent or Ramadan. The religious element to fasting is kind of where I've always heard about fasting. I never really thought about fasting from a purely health point of view. So that kind of got me interested in it, and the spiritual side, the discipline. There is a semi-religious experience to it because you're so clear and you're thinking so differently, and it's such a challenge and it's such a willpower, and then you realize this on a day-to-day basis how much temptation there is everywhere, whether it's different foods, drinks, sugar, fats, proteins like meats. There's just so many things that are just delicious in our society. We go around and there's so many temptations. You see a pizza place or a kebab shop or like a sushi restaurant or like pasta. I'm watching Instagram videos of like amazing restaurants in London, like Asian food, Italian food, and different Brazilian steakhouses and stuff, and you just look at it and you think, oh my god, I really want to eat that right now. Like salads, delicious with avocado and stuff, and it just looks incredible. So you've really got to focus and be disciplined from that. So that's really important. And then I did a water fast. So moving forward, about a year and a bit later, I did a water fast at the end of 2018. So I thought I'd try a more extreme one. So just water, peppermint tea. I didn't have any coffee in that one. Did that for 3 days. That was really hard, much harder, because there's no sugar or anything. There's nothing coming into your system. So the first day is so hard because at least with the Master Cleanse, you're drinking this lemonade drink. It's it's tastes really nice. It's sweet. There's a bit of pepper. It's quite spicy, cayenne pepper. So you are getting stuff in with the water fast. You're not getting anything in. It's just water. So it's a lot harder. The first day was much, much harder. But like the Master Cleanse, I always felt amazing. Like really clear, slept really well. you wake up just feeling so refreshed because there's nothing, your body's not doing anything else. All it's doing is resting and repairing. So that was incredible. That one, that wasn't scientific, neither was the first one. I didn't weigh myself daily or anything. It was purely just the eye test, and I felt and looked better. Certainly with the water fast, I think whatever weight I lost, I just put back on again. Like, I think my lifestyle changed quite a lot at that point. I couldn't go to the gym. I had quite a serious injury. At that time I was doing kickboxing, playing football at least twice a week, like five-a-side with people from work and the pub. And I was also going to the gym most days, and particularly in the morning I'd go for a swim in the sauna before work, then I'd go to work, and in the evening me and a friend from work would go to the gym. So we were very, very fit. I was somewhere between 80 and 85 kilos. And that coincided with the water fast when I got an injury and I couldn't do any of that. And then I actually left that place, and then quite shortly after got married. And it was just when you move to a different place and your lifestyle changes, you change your habits. So I put on a smidge of weight, but I still stayed in pretty healthy and in good shape where I could. Did more cycling, and just played football like once a week, but I stopped going to the gym. So that was a factor. And you change as you get older, you go into your mid to late 20s, your body changes naturally. So it is important to do these things. And then I just got really interested in fasting, more so than that because of the health benefits. So people will see videos about things like autophagy. So autophagy is when it takes about 3 days to get into autophagy, as far as I can tell. Your body uses up all the stuff in your system. It clears out everything that it can use for energy, dead cells, ill cells. This is a factor, it's about preventative healthcare too, letting your body just get rid of everything, all the toxins, all the build up, just crap in your system that builds up, dead cells, damaged cells, maybe cells that might be cancerous or whatever it might be. Your body can really target those and access it. And then after about 3 days, you actually access your stem cells and growth hormone. And that basically is about replenishing and repairing your body, particularly as you're sleeping. It cleans out your brain and everything and just gets rid of plaque and build up. Anything that you think, your body will build up over time. If you're always adding food to your system, you might not always be clearing it out properly. You get things that get stuck there. So it's really, after a few days, it's really then the health benefits. You go into that autophagy, which is called self-eating. And that's where you want to be. That's really for the health benefits. So I got very interested in that. That plus, I'd always, I'd done Lent as a child, really restricting the things that are kind of sweet, like crisps, sugar, chocolate. I'd always do that every year. One year I gave up crisps, and I kind of just lost my. It's good for reset because I lost my kind of temptation to eat crisps. After that point, I didn't actually eat crisps for about 2 years. Just lost the temptation for it because I'd given it up and I'd reset my body. And at that point, crisps were probably in my packed lunch most days, if not every day. So I was eating a lot of crisps. It's part of, an overall diet. In Britain, we eat a lot of crisps. But those things I've always been interested in. And so as an adult, I thought I'd actually do these. And I see people doing them online and I wanted to challenge myself. So, and then 6 months ago, I hadn't done a fast then for a very long time. I did a short master cleanse in around, I'd say at the beginning of 2023. I did a short master cleanse, but I included quite a lot of other fruits, so particularly pineapple and mango, because I wanted those kind of fruits for the way that they react in the body. Again, helping clearing out like mucus and stuff. I'd not been feeling particularly well for a while, just like tired, burned out. Like post-COVID, again, like COVID was a huge shock to the system. I wasn't in a particularly good place. I was separated from my family who got stuck abroad for a while, and obviously all of a sudden you can't go to the gym or play football. They stopped playing football. You can't see your friends. You can't go out so much. So a lot of people obviously probably overate, drank too much just to pass the time. And, it was a different world. And then coming out of that, I just wanted to kind of get back into a healthy routine. So I did a kind of short master cleanse, but I didn't quite have the discipline. It wasn't very effective. Then 6 months ago, so sort of in August 2023, I decided to do the water fast again, but do a longer one. I did a week, and that was amazing. I went from, you started again about 96, I ended up about 88. So you lose about 1 kilo a day, roughly, a bit more on the first day because of the water weight. But although that weight's come back, and I felt amazing during that time, it was incredibly difficult. I definitely feel the long-term health benefits. So the stuff I was talking about reducing inflammation, clearing stuff from your system, the brain fog, everything that the stuff that builds up over the year. And this is why I think religions, do it once a year, because really it's like a reset. It's like an MOT for the body. It helps, reset your health, reset your discipline, reset your mind, reset your willpower. So it really is like a important kind of like, I guess, inner engineering kind of annual check that you do just to kind of like reset the body and just make sure you're shedding all of the stuff you don't need, and you're moving forward each year with basically a new body, because you're cleansing everything out, you're shedding everything, you're repairing your body, you're allowing your body the time to repair, just to rest, to detoxify. And also just your mind, you reset your relationship with food, because you've been able to resist temptation so long, eventually it becomes easier. So I've just gone through a really difficult evening. I was making food for my daughter. We made fresh pizza. She wanted to make pizza, so we did the dough and everything, added everything. It looked incredible, but I couldn't eat it. I made her an avocado wrap earlier too with some cheese, and I wanted to eat some of that, but I couldn't. So you go through these temptations, which is quite actually a spiritual feeling. So getting through that, you feel a huge sense of reward and, self-discipline, and you feel very empowered by that. So I'm at the end of day 3. That's kind of why I'm doing it. I've got a few more days to go, but I feel strong now. I think now that I got through the last 2 days, the first 3 days, first day is the hardest, second day is the second hardest, third day is the third hardest. It gets easier. Once you've done 3 or 4 days, you think, okay, I can see the end, the finishing line. When you're on the first and second day, you think, flipping out, I've got another 5 or 6 days to do. But when you're halfway, you can see the finish line, so you get a second wind. So yeah, that's why I'm doing it. I'm very interested in it from a spiritual, religious element. The health benefits are one of the main reasons for doing it. Of course, you lose a bit of weight. That's always nice. You reduce inflammation. You can see my skin's probably looks a lot clearer. I look thinner on the face. My eyes are whiter. I just feel really good. My stomach is flat. I won't take my top off now. I do that, tend to be in the morning. I think it's important to show the physical change. So people might ask, why am I showing my top off? Is to show how your body changes during the journey. And that's important for people, I think, watching it too, who might be inspired to do their own fast for their own reasons. So for me, really, it's spiritual, it's health, it's discipline, and it's just a reset of the mind and body and the relationship with food, and just to just to prove that I can have that willpower and self-discipline. And that's quite a therapeutic, quite a semi-religious experience, actually. Whatever your religious beliefs are, you might have some minor ones. I'm not especially religious, but doing this definitely does make you understand that humans have that spiritual side to us, and it's important to sort of focus on the mind and look inwards, and they meditate on things and the world and the universe and our relationship between each other, from a human element, what our goals are on this planet, what we're doing here, how we love our families, what we're doing for our work. It's really, really good to reflect on all of that sometimes. So yeah, that's kind of it, really. So hopefully this is potentially interesting to some people. Maybe some people look at it and think, yeah, I can do this fast. It's going to be difficult, but everyone can do it. I do think our bodies are designed to do it. You can see, historically, from an evolutionary perspective, humans, we didn't evolve with supermarkets and, fast food places and restaurants on every corner. We evolved where we had to actually maybe struggle a little bit for our food. Sometimes there would be plenty of food. Sometimes there wouldn't be food. You might not be able to catch an animal. It could be a freezing winter. You might struggle. So our bodies are designed to store fat and use that fat when we need it. So fasting, is something that's, it's in historical documents, it's in religious texts, it's in loads of things. It's in medicine journals. So it's a thing that we've done for millennia. I think we're designed to do it, and I think it's important that we do it. I think I will be doing it regularly throughout my life. Maybe there'll be bigger gaps and shorter gaps, but it's something that I really enjoy, and it's a really good challenge. Just as it might be a challenge to climb a mountain or go on a really long hike over a few days. Something my friends and I do every year. Walk around a different location and try to get 50, 60 miles in and camp outside. It's just a challenge for the body and the mind. this fasting is, and it's a part of, I think, holistic health, and helps us get a different perspective. Think about the struggles people go through in the world and the challenges people have. So it's something that we can do just to step back, let our brain focus on different things, not consuming food, not being distracted by eating, and just take a few days in a year to do that and challenge ourselves. So a few more days to go. Yeah, if people are interested in this, that's great. If not, that's fine. Don't watch it. It's just my own journey. Hopefully some people look at it and think maybe that's something I want to do as well. And basically motivate people that anyone can do it, because I'm just a normal person. Right, thank you.